Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, and I am the host of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. If you are enjoying this show, you should also check out the Premier Voice Podcast, hosted by myself, Aaron Kintok Sands, the Star Rider Rod, and Long Live the Chief Mighty Mal, where we discuss many topics within the culture, from music, love, relationships, sex, politics, and many more. We could make you laugh, but the show could also get a little raunchy and may not be for everybody. But if you're willing to take that risk, check out the Premier Voice Podcast every Wednesday, a part of the Premier Powerverse. Other show you could check out on the Premier Powerverse is King Talk with Aaron Sands, hosted by Aaron King Talk Sands every Friday at 12 p.m. Star Time Podcast hosted by the Star Rider Rod every Monday at 12 p.m. And Welcome to the Trilogy hosted by Long Live the Chief Mighty Mal every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Listen and support on every show in the Premier Powerverse. Thank you for listening to this message and enjoy the show. You are now listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast Season 8. Chill! Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, 1/4 of the Premier Boys Podcast, and your host of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And welcome to another new episode of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Hope all is well. I just want to take the time to thank you everybody who took the time to listen, share the message, gave me well wishes for the 6-year anniversary of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. It really means a lot, and I definitely thank you everybody. It really, really means a lot. And even those who did get a chance to send in their anniversary messages, thank y'all for sending y'all well wishes, and I apologize about not following up with y'all, but I appreciate y'all as well. And once again, thank you everybody who took the time and joined me on this journey. Now it's time to get back to our regularly scheduled program, and time for the second half of season 8 of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And on today's episode, I got something that I want to say. I got a message I want to give to my audience. And y'all already know what to do. Sit back, relax, and I'll be right back.
My name is Heidi de la Cruz, and you are listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at this time, it's time for Mr. Gentleman Facts quote of the day. And today's quote of the day is, even when you're at a successful part in your life, the work is never over. And I say this because even when you're at your successful part in life, even when you're at your highest, there's always more work to do because there's always new lessons to come into your life. So even when you get to a successful part in your life, the work is never over because always something new to learn. And that is today, Mr. Gentleman Facts quote of the day. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, and I am the host of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And this commercial break is brought to you by Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. On Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, we interview many guests about their life journey, pretty much where they come from and where they're at now. Also promoting their brands or whatever they're doing at the time they come on the show. We also have the host talk about personal stories about himself and everything that he's been through. And also we have fun conversation about anything music, anything old school, relationships, wrestling, and many more. And y'all can tune in to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Pocket every Sundays at 12 a.m. We are also on every Thursdays at 12 a.m. for Spin-Up Series Thursdays, where we have all of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Pocket Spin-Off Series all in one day, where we have a conversation about music podcast every first Thursday at 12 a.m. The Old School Show with myself and the Star Roddy Rod every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. And we have Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B every second and third Thursday at 12 a.m. And y'all can tune in to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, the Pods, and many more. Or y'all can check it out on the official website of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com, and tune in every Sundays and Thursdays at 12 a.m. for Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in to this commercial break of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Back to your regularly scheduled program. Cheer!
What's up, friends? It's your girl, Sierra Coco from The What Lounge, and you're listening to Mr. Gentleman's Lifestyle Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at this time, I got something that I want to say to y'all, and I just need to remind all of you something. When you are feeling down, and you are feeling defeated, and you are feeling like you don't know what to do next, what I need you to do is look in the mirror. I need you to say that I am amazing. I am great at everything that I do. God brought me onto this earth for a purpose, and I would never give up. And I want you to say this because it's been times where we are doing something that we love, and then something unexpected happened, and you don't know what to do. It's been times where you are doing something and you don't have the support that you deserve, or the ones that you think are your supporters or your family or friends. They are praying for your downfall because they don't want to see you grow, because they are jealous of what you are becoming, because they only see you as the old you, and they don't want to see you as this new you. It's going to be times where we will get a whole lot of no's back to back to back. And all those no's are going to hurt you until one day you get that one yes. You just have to remind yourself that success does not happen overnight. We're going to have to go through all the no's until we get that one yes. That would be a life-changing moment. While doing this podcast show, I know I talk about this many times. Growing up, I was picked on a whole lot. I was picked on because of my speech. It was called many names. And I was discouraged of my voice for many years until one day I decided to do something really unexpected. I started a show. And from there, even though the road was really hard, I did not give up. I had many people praying for my downfall. I had many people who did not believe in me. I had many people who did not support me at the beginning. I've been rejected many times, not only in my ventures, but in general, from many ladies, from many things, because they felt like I was beneath them. But even when you are feeling that way, you just have to go out there and prove them wrong. And not only prove everybody else wrong, you also have to prove yourself wrong too. And prove to yourself that you do belong here. Prove to yourself that you will prove every doubter that been doubting you your whole life. And of course, along the way, you're going to have many roadblocks. You're going to have many people who want to see you fall. You want to see many people who will laugh at you while you are down. You're going to have many people who just don't want you to get up. But if you don't get up while you are down, you have already lost the battle. You have already given up. So I am here today to just remind you that whatever you want to do in life, you just have to go out there and prove everybody wrong, including yourself. You can't let people who pray for your downfall bring you down. Because if you love doing what you're doing, whether it's podcasting, owning a business, being an artist, being a lawyer, being a teacher, being an actor, or anything that you want to do in life, if you know this is something that God brought you here to do, if you know this is your passion, you just have to go out there and do it. And don't give up once thing goes wrong. Trust me, I've done that before. Trust me, I know how that feels. If you love doing what you do and you know this is what you're supposed to do for the rest of your life, you just have to go out there and just prove not only yourself wrong, but everybody else wrong. Because I believe in you. I believe that you could do it. Also, we all have to go out there and take some risks. Because how do you know if something's going to work if you never took the time to take that risk at all? You never know something's going to work if you don't do anything. And the biggest regret in life is not doing anything at all. And you don't want to live in years to come and just thinking, what if I do that? What if I do that? And what if? And living in the what if. And if it don't work out, then clearly it just wasn't your passion to begin with. But you should be proud that you took the time to go out there and do it. So also take some risks, because you just never know what can happen at the end. So whenever you are feeling down, whenever you are feeling defeated, whenever you're feeling like you don't know what to do, I need you to look in the mirror and remind yourself that you are amazing. You are doing amazing things. God brought you here for a purpose and to never give up. And I'll be right back. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman. Now, I am the host of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And this commercial break is brought to you by Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents Spin-off Series Thursdays. And Spin-off Series Thursday is the new home for Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast Spin-off Series that brought to you shows like A Conversation About Music Podcast, The Old School Show, and Date Night Talk Podcast. And A Conversation About Music Podcast is a music spin-off series where we talk about anything music, from the current music scene and the old school music scene, where we interview many guests that's in the music industry and artists about their music journey. We have a segment game called The Face Off, which is a versus inspired game. And we have roundtable discussion about variety of music topics. And y'all can check out A Conversation About Music Podcast every first Thursday at 12 a.m., every first Thursdays at 12 p.m. Now, the old school show that featured myself and the star Roddy Rod is a show where we discuss anything old school, from music, TV shows, movies, and many more. We also bring in guests to join in on the old school conversation. Y'all can check out the old school show with myself and the star Roddy Rod every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. Every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. And last but not least, we have Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B, where we talk about anything relationship related topics like love, dating, relationships, cheating, the good and the bad, and many more. And y'all can check out this spin-off series, Date Night Talk Podcast, every second and third Thursday at 12 p.m. So look out for Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast Presents Spin-off Series Thursday, a conversation about music podcast every first Thursday. The old school show with myself and the star Roddy Rod every fourth Thursdays, and Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B every second and third Thursdays. And y'all can check out Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays for the main series and every Thursday for spin-off series Thursdays. And thank y'all for checking out this commercial break. And now back to your regularly scheduled program. True! I just want to take the time to thank everybody for tuning into this latest episode of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And thank you for continuing to be here and just remind yourself that you are amazing. Always remember that. And you can check out Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays for the main series and every Thursday for spin-off series Thursdays, where we have shows like a conversation about music podcast every first Thursday at 12 p.m. Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B every second and third Thursday at 12 p.m. And the old school show with myself and the star Roddy Rod every fourth Thursday at 12 p.m. New season of all of the spin-off series Thursday shows, starting with Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B, February 20th. New season of Date Night Talk Podcast, February 20th. New season of a conversation about music podcast in May. And new season of the old school show with myself and the star Roddy Rod in June. The spin-off series Thursdays will be returning in 2025. You can check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Good Pods, and many more. Y'all can rate the show 5-star rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, Podchasers. The more y'all rate the show, the more people know about Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. If you want me to guest on Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, send me a bio about yourself and everything that you do to my email, KenYPGENT@gmail.com, or hit me up on social media, Ken_Mr. Gentleman. I repeat, Ken, Ken _Mr. MR Gentleman, GENTLEMAN. And we can set something up, because I still looking for guests for the second half of season 8 and season 9 of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. You can also check me out on the Premier Boys Podcast with myself, Aaron Keto Sands, the star Roddy Rod, and Long Live the Chief Money Mel. New episodes of the Premier Boys Podcast every Wednesdays at 12 a.m. New episodes of the Premier Boys Podcast every Wednesdays at 12 a.m. You can check out other shows in the Premier Podverse Network. King Talk with Aaron Sands, hosted by Aaron King Talk Sands. You can check out all episodes of King Talk with Aaron Sands right now. But look out for the new show, After Hours with Aaron Sands, coming real soon. Star Time Podcast hosted by the Star Rider Rod. You can check out all episodes right now. He does have new episodes coming real soon. So look out for that. And check out Welcome to the Trilogy, hosted by Long Live the Sheep-Minded Mel. New episode coming real soon. Listen and support every show in the premiere podverse. And time for everybody's favorite segment. It's time for Mr. Gentleman Like That Shoutouts, where we spotlight every podcaster and we give them their flowers. The last time we did this segment, we shout out Funny Medicine Podcast, Unpacking the Podcast, The Bromar Show, ACMG Digital Podcast. Check out the 4 show we shout out the last time we did. Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Shoutouts. And now we got 4 new shows that we will shout out for this week, Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Shoutout. And our first show we're going to shout out is Jen Words of Wisdom Podcast, hosted by Jen. And this podcast highlights diversity topics from mental health to current events, wavered them with a spiritual insight. This is a new podcast show that just came out recently, and this show is really dope. You know, I listened to every episode so far, and she definitely know what she's doing. This show is really good. I think everybody should check out the Zen Words of Wisdom podcast. This is a really dope show. You would learn a lot by listening to the show. Next show that we're going to talk about is Jalisa Says podcast. And this show is where we dive into current events, explore depths of self-love and self-care, and fuel your day with motivation and affirmation. This is a really good show as well. Check out Jalisa Says podcast. She's doing a good job, and keep it up. The next show we're going to talk about is the Red Dove Podcast, hosted by Liz, Blue, and Rainey. And this podcast tells stories centered by Black women, advocacy, and mental health. And this is a really good show. This was my first show I listened to when I joined Good Pies, and I was a fan ever since. These women doing amazing things. They've been on break for a very long time, but I am waiting for them to come up with a new episode. So, to the ladies of the Red Dove Podcast, where I at? And keep doing amazing thing. We miss y'all. We need more episodes from y'all. We need it more than ever now. We need more episodes more than ever. And the last show that we're going to talk about is the League of Kings podcast, hosted by Really from the Things About Us podcast and Big Brother from the Big Brother Advice. And this show is about conversation that help you bear the weight of your crown. And this is a really dope show. They talk about many things, from current events, from mental health, from what us as men think about, and many more. This is a really good show, and I think everybody should definitely listen to the League of King podcast. It's a really dope show. And yeah, shout out to those brothers right there. And check out the 4th show that I just shout out. The Zen Jin Words of Wisdom podcast, Jalisa Says podcast, the Red Dove podcast, and the League of Kings podcast. That is this week, Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Shoutouts. Chill! And y'all already know, add me on Good Pies, Ken, Mr. Gentleman. Y'all already know Good Pie caters to many independent podcasters. We see what everybody listens to. We can rate each other's shows, and we have the charts. And at this time, it's time for Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Achievement, where we spotlight everything Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle podcast is doing. And we are back on the Good Pie charts and on the top 100 shows. We are number 6 on the normal charts. We are number 4 on the indie charts. For society and culture, we are number 1. We've been number 1 for 4 days for society and culture. And for the personal journal charts, we are still number 1. We've been number 1 for 5 days. So if y'all listen to any episode of Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast on Good Pies, thank you. It really means a lot. And thank you for continuing to listen to Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast. I know I mentioned this chart last week, but I want to shout out to Spotify again because I am currently on the top 35 gentlemen podcast charts, and I'm currently number 2. So shout out to FeedSpot for having me, and continue to listen to Gentlemen Like the Podcast on all podcast platforms, and continue to grow the show even more. Any support means a lot, so thank you everybody who been supporting Mr. Gentlemen Like the Podcast. It really means a lot. And of course, check out the official website of Mr. Gentlemen Like the Podcast, www.realmrgentlemanlikethepodcast.com. You can listen to every episode of Mr. Gentlemen Like the Podcast. You can watch every video of Mr. Gentlemen Like the Podcast from the audio version of Mr. Gentlemen Like the Podcast, from Mr. Gentlemen Like the Podcast TV, from Mr. Gentlemen Fact Code Day, and many more. You can check out every guest who's been on Mr. Gentlemen Like the Podcast. All 74 guests who've been on Mr. Gentlemen Like the Podcast. New guest is coming soon, y'all. New guest is coming soon. You can check out my podcast guest appearances that I've been on. And we have many more podcast guest appearances coming real soon, so look out for that. Check out the official merch store at www.tpublic.com. The search Mr. Gentlemen Lifestyle Store. We have shirts, hoodies, mugs, and many more. Support the store so we can upgrade our listening experiences. Check out the official website for the merch store, www.tpublic.com. Search Mr. Gentlemen Lifestyle Store. Check out the official website of Mr. Gentlemen Lifestyle Podcast, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com. And I just want to say thank you everybody who check out this latest episode of Mr. Gentlemen Lifestyle Podcast. This was a very short episode because I'll talk a lot on the anniversary episode, which continue to support the Mr. Gentlemen Lifestyle Podcast 6-year anniversary episode. Really means a lot to hit this milestone, and y'all already know many years to come. Next episode of Mr. Gentlemen Lifestyle Podcast, we have the Royal Rumble prediction episode with the All-Star Wrestling crew. Aaron Keatok Sands, Long Live the Chief Mighty Mal, and from Let's Talk About It podcast and 21 Cal, the Source King. Check out the Royal Rumble prediction episode of Mr. Gentlemen Lifestyle Podcast this Saturday at 12 p.m. Have a good day or night wherever you're listening to this episode.
Hey everyone, this is Chewy, host of Screaming Chewy Show. And hey, what is this you're listening to right now with very inspirational content and music? Amazing. You're listening to the Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.